I was born in Newcastle, joined the RAF in 1959, and subsequently went on a Russian course and learned Russian. At the end of the course, I was posted to RAF Gatow in West Berlin. At the time, Gatow was in the southwest quarter of Berlin, which was at the time divided into 4 sectors. The western sector was the British sector, then the Americans, French and Russians had the other 3 sectors. The Russians, of course, were in the east, and which was where the wall came up eventually in 1961 between the 2 halves of the town. And also East Germany was cordoned off from West Germany along the Elbe River with another wall and wire. And I spent my time there working in a signals unit in Berlin. We were nosy, really. I suppose that's the best thing we can say about it. We spoke German and Russian, and we were able to hear transmissions in Berlin, and we used them to our advantage. I spent 10 years in Berlin, and at the end of that time I was posted to RAF Wyton and did the same job as part of a team flying in Nimrod 51 Squadron Nimrod aircraft, the R1 version. And I left the RAF in 1983, and I went to work in Düsseldorf for an organisation called the British Frontier Service, which was also to a certain extent involved in the Cold War, because it was customs and immigration for the army and service personnel, and also it was liaison with German customs. We also worked on the border between East and West Germany before it came down in 1989, and one of the jobs was to show army personnel whose job it was to know what was what on the border between East and West Germany, where any likely points of entry for intruders would be, and basically to show them the layout of the border between East and West Germany. Well, the intruders we would have expected would have all been Russian with tanks. Of course, it didn't happen while we were there, but we found out afterwards really that they weren't as well equipped as we probably thought they were at the time. But it never was something that we thought a great deal about. It didn't feel as though we were in any danger at all in Berlin, although we were surrounded by the Russians. In fact, the nearest barracks was only about 2 miles away at the other side of the airfield. And we could see a watchtower from the airfield. So obviously they were watching us all the time. But other than that, it was really quite a pleasant existence living in Germany and in Berlin, and the social life was good. We enjoyed it there. I had 2 children born there. My wife Anne worked there as well, and when she was as a civilian in the officers' mess, and we enjoyed it.